it feels a little indulgent to devote an entire video to answering this question, but it is a question I get asked all the time now, and I want to talk about it in a video at some point. That question is, Rachel, how do you read so much? How do you read so fast? Are you a speed reader? Do you read multiple books at a time, and how do you manage that? The answer to pretty much the underlying assumption of all of these forms of that question is no, I am not a speed reader. I don't think I even read particularly fast, just maybe more than the average person does. I have taken reading speed tests and have gotten such varying results that I have no answer from them. It ranges from you read slowly to you read exceptionally fast, and I think it's somewhere in the middle, a little bit above average. So if it's not speed, how do I manage to read so many things? That is a bit more complicated to untangle. The first answer that I usually give is that I don't read fast, I just read all the time. Reading is pretty much the #1 priority in my life. I'm very lucky that I have a good work-life balance. I have a lot of free time, and whenever I have free time, I'm pretty much asking myself, could I be reading right now? And usually the answer is yes. So it's not speed, it's how much time I devote to it, because it is such a high priority for me. I can usually read about 3 hours every day, sometimes more than that if I don't have other commitments going on. And if I'm reading 40 to 50 pages per hour, I can read most of a 300-page book in a day if I feel like it. And that's a lot of reading. It also helps that over time I've been reading shorter things. 5 years ago, I wasn't reading novellas, I wasn't reading comics, I wasn't reading poetry collections, and all of those are things I read a lot of now, and I can read one of those in a single sitting. They're, you know, maybe 100 pages, if not less, and I count those as a book in a way. So shorter things helps. The other thing is that I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I think audiobooks are actually a tip that a lot of people recommend if you're trying to read more, incorporate more books into your life. Why not listen to them while you're doing things where you can't read a book in print instead? And I do a lot of this. I can get through pretty much an average length audiobook in a week. I don't listen to that many, but I think I listen to around 40 audiobooks per year now, and that's 40 books I wouldn't have read otherwise because I wouldn't have had time for them, but I listen to them now when I'm doing other hobbies, when I'm doing housework and all of that stuff. So yeah. The answer is not speed, just a lot of time devoted to it and prioritizing it. And I think people can feel very self-conscious about how much they read, especially in the bookish community where we're all showing off how much we read. It feels like we need to read more and more and more. I tend to feel more self-conscious about reading perhaps too much rather than not enough, which is why I don't talk about it all that much, except maybe in statistics videos. But it is what it is. It doesn't matter how much you read. I think the only important thing is that you do it occasionally when you feel like it. So let me know what you think about reading speed. How do you read so much? Is it a priority for you or not? Leave me some comments down below on this. I'm very interested to hear what people think about this. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with another video, and until then, bye.